Hello and welcome to your Sunday Daily 5 beginning routine. We're going to start this workout laying down on the ground. So I'll simply have you turn so that you're along the length of your mat. We're going to gently rest the hands behind the thighs, draw the tummy in towards the spine, and then slowly begin to roll back and down. We're going to articulate through the spine one bone at a time with a nice tight tummy until you're flat and comfortable down on your mat. So reposition yourself so you feel comfortable here. We're going to keep the feet about hip distance apart. We're going to gently draw the chin down in towards the neck so that we get space underneath the back of the neck. And I want you to also have an opening here underneath your low spine. So we're going to keep our neutral pelvic alignment through this entire exercise. We're going to reach long through the arms, out through the fingertips, and let the chest spread wide. And again, you're going to sink the tummy down and in towards the spine. It's almost as if you had a heavy bowling ball seated right here onto your low stomach and pelvic area, scooping and hollowing the tummy. With control, you'll lift one leg up to 90 degrees, and then you're going to match the other leg. So we have a tabletop position here with the legs. I still have them hip distance apart, and we're going to warm up with touchdowns. So as you exhale, we will simply touch one foot down very lightly to the mat and inhale back up. As you do this, alternating from side to side, you want to take care that the pelvis does not shift or move. So you maintain a perfect neutral position. The tummy is not allowed to pop out. We don't want it to look like a loaf of bread sitting here. And your low back is not allowed to arch further away from the mat as you touch down. If you want to make this a little more difficult, then you simply touch the toe out a little bit further. So as you arc that foot farther and farther out from your body, you'll have more challenge through the stomach. So we exhale to touch down and inhale to lift up. One more time on each side, please. Exhale down. This is just a chance to get centered and warm up the belly and relax. So now we're going to set one foot back down to the mat at a time, really lightly, softly underneath the feet. The hands will come behind the thighs. We're going to roll up with a full breath. You can use your hands behind the legs or begin to straighten the legs out if you need help. So you're going to inhale chin to chest, so you can use your hands here or even straighten the legs out a little bit to help bring you up safely. You always have the option of rolling to your side and pressing yourself up as well. So now we're going to come into partial roll downs, and we'll keep the feet hip distance apart. We're going to take the hands and cross them over the chest. So I have a hand on each shoulder, and that's going to help remind me to keep the shoulders down long from my ears. I don't want to tense and squeeze them up. They're going to stay really relaxed, the chest wide. As I breathe in, I'm going to inhale and round back, making a C curve through the spine. And I just take this to a point where I can feel the stomach working a little bit. And then exhale, I'm going to curl up and then sit nice and tall. So again, I really want you to feel this in the stomach. I don't want extra tension coming up into the neck or the face. They should stay really soft. And there should never be discomfort in the low back. This should feel good in your body. You're going to inhale, just take it back to a place where you can control it. Again, you want to continue being able to pull the tummy in towards the spine, and you want to stack tall each time. Inhale, rounding back, squeeze the belly. Maybe you're coming back onto the tailbone, just keep your balance. Perhaps you even get a little bit of shaking through the abdominal muscles. That's fine. It's fine to go to a place of shaking, but then it's time to come back up. We're just going to do one more of these. Inhale to roll back, find that stomach work. Exhale to come up and forward. Now, what I'd like you to do is simply crisscross the other way. So bring the other arm on top. We're going to add a rotation to that maneuver. So we're going to add rotation to that move so we can start to warm up into the oblique muscles right into the waistline. So we'll inhale to roll back the same way to a point where you can hold it. You're going to exhale, twist to one direction, gaze gently over that shoulder. Inhale back front and center. Exhale, curl, roll up, and then stack up like you're coming up against a brick wall behind you. We'll go the other way. Inhale to round back, find the stomach. Exhale, twist right into the side. Inhale back front and center. Exhale to lift up. And we'll try 4 more of those with the breath. Inhaling back and twist. Lifting up and out of the waist each time. Inhale, round it back. Maintain that C curve as you twist. Keep drawing the belly button into the spine and softening through the jaws, through the tongue, through the neck. We have one more each direction. Exhale to twist. Squeeze out all the air. Inhale, front and center. Exhale, curl and lift. Last time to the left, please. Inhale back. Exhale, twist. Inhale, front and center. And lift. Good job. Okay, we're going to come into a knee down plank position. So we'll start almost like an all fours position is fine. And I want you to really concentrate on spreading through the fingers. And I want your middle finger to be pointing straight ahead. So it's coming right out in front. We're going to line the shoulders up over the wrist. And then I want softness in the elbows so that the hollows of the elbows face one another. We're going to take the knees slightly back and drop the hips down so that we make a nice long line from the crown of the head, connecting straight down through the shoulder, through the hip, all the way down to the knees. So you may keep your feet flat. For more challenge, you're going to lift them. And I do have my legs together here. They're squeezed together. We're going to come into 3 Pilates push-ups. In Pilates push-ups, we keep the elbows really narrow to the body. It's a bit more of a tricep push-up. So it'll look like this. And you can join me when you're ready. You're going to inhale and melt down. You just take it to where you can control it. And exhale to push back up and out. Of course, I've got the tummy nice and tight. I'm pressing evenly through the hands. Exhale, push up and out as evenly as you can from right to left sides. Press it up. Now, relax the feet down if you have them up, and we're going to lower all the way to the ground. Just take it straight down and relax. Good, okay. From here, we're going to come into a prone press up, and I'm going to have you bring the legs open, either hip distance apart or even a little bit wider. You can even come as wide as the width of your mat, and a little bit of a turnout. So we're toeing out. We have some external rotation at the hips. You're going to rest the forehead down into the mat, and you'll bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. We're going to draw the shoulders down the back and then lift the belly up and in. So you're trying to lift that belly up off of the mat. It may or may not do that, but that's your goal. You're pulling it up inside the body. With an inhale, I want you to think about getting really long through the spine and just floating up. It's almost like the chest is lifting. We don't want to crank on the neck. And then if you can, I want you to release the hands. So I want you to really work from that upper and mid back, nice tight tummy, and then you're going to exhale, rest the hands, and come all the way back down. So we repeat. We inhale to float up, and then to make sure we're not really relying on the hands, we just kind of test and release. And then we melt back down. Inhale, think about growing really long through the spine here. So like we're creating more space between the bones of the back. Exhale, back down. Just one more time, please. Inhale, float up. Release the hands if you're able to. Again, this should be completely pain-free. No pain in the low back, even if you feel some work there. And now we'll take this into swimming. So the legs can stay however you have them, whether they're hip distance or if they're the width of the mat. And we're going to take the arms and stretch them out in front. Rest the forehead down. Again, draw the shoulder blades down the back so that they stay integrated to the torso. Lift through the belly. As we breathe in, I want you to float the right arm, the left leg, and lift the belly and the head. So I want this lift happening at that right shoulder blade region and the left glute and hamstring. And then we exhale and float back down. So we switch. Inhale. Keep pulling that left shoulder down the back. Squeeze that right cheek and down. And now we're going to go a little quicker. We're going to inhale up and exhale, lower down. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. One more each way, please. Really keep drawing that tummy in. Move from the core of the body. Now we will float all of the limbs and the head up. We're going to flutter as we breathe in for 5 and breathe out for 5. And we'll do 2 full breaths. It'll look like this. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax down. Excellent. Place the hands into the mat. Press yourself up and back, and we're going to finish into a child's pose. So I want to make this a really wide kneed position. So take the knees even as wide as the mat and then settle the head down. So often when we take the knees a little bit wider, this helps to release the low back. So you can let the forehead come rest onto the ground. Think about getting as long through the spine as you can and reach through those arms. Stay heavy through the sit bones and draw up through the tummy. And just a couple of breaths here. Just relax and release. You'll want to inhale through the nose, and then you can exhale out through the nose or the mouth, whatever feels best to you. And we'll come up and forward, and you have completed your Sunday workout. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.